On February 16, 2023, GSP troopers were hunting a stolen Dodge Challenger carrying a stolen dealer tag after it had already fled a traffic stop and slipped past two other troopers. With that much horsepower and open interstate, Challenger drivers usually get cocky, and this one was feeling untouchable. That confidence ended the moment Trooper Austin Matthews joined the chase. The Challenger pushed 160 miles per hour on the interstate. Matthews' Charger was struggling to match that speed, but he stayed in it, pushing his car to the limit. The driver tried the move that works on most chases, a last-second exit cut. Troopers usually miss it. Matthews didn't. Off the interstate, speed became the problem. The Challenger missed a turn, jumped the curb, and got stuck. The driver tried reversing out, and Matthews made intentional contact, then hit it again and pushed it deeper into the ditch to fully disable it. After a 160 miles per hour chase, the driver tried a 6 miles per hour foot run, dropped a handgun, and still kept moving, until Matthews' taser put suspect Jeffrey Segura down. Charges included felony fleeing and eluding, DUI drugs, reckless driving, obstruction, and no license. Felony fleeing alone can mean up to 5 years in prison. In Georgia, the highway is a hunting ground, and Trooper Matthews is the apex predator. He's the guy with a legendary zero-loss record. If you run from him, you're just a future arrest report waiting to be typed. On February 3rd, 2024 at 2:46 a.m., Matthews spotted a gray Nissan GT-R, the twin-turbo beast known as Godzilla, racing a Dodge Charger side by side on GA 400. While most people see a 600 horsepower supercar and think impossible, Matthews just saw his next target. He flipped the blues, and the driver, Patrick Lee, made the catastrophic mistake of thinking he could outrun a legend.
He don't know how to apex. Get in the 85, stand by, gonna try to pit. Got too close to the wall for me to commit to it. We're connectors, or excuse me, 85 south, 85 south. Back in on this thing a little loose. Yeah. All right, he made it through, coming up to Cortland, Stand by, he's trying to swerve off here at Cortland. Made it on to Cortland, off at Cortland. We got to get him stopped here pretty quick. Coming up to the red light intersection clear, fresh green. My GPS come unplugged.
Here you drive.
Left. Back to the interstate. We're going to be coming out right here at the HOV ramp. Clear. HOV ramp to Connector South. Connector South, be coming up to 20.
What's this, connector?
Yeah, we're still on the connector coming up to Cleveland.
Still on the connector coming up on Cleveland. Left lane.
Tell them Cleveland in a mile.
Cleveland in a mile. Cleveland in a mile.
I see all the lights, I'm coming up. Going 85 south, going 85 south.
85 south.
Nope, hold on. Nope, 75 south, 75 south.
What is
75 south.
75 south, 75 south.
He swerved off.
There's a Visa on GTR. There's a Visa on GTR.
Unsuccessful bid, unsuccessful bid.
The chase hit a fever pitch as they screamed onto Interstate 285. Pushing your car to a heart-stopping 160 miles per hour is one thing, but looking in the mirror and seeing a GSP cruiser still glued to your bumper at those speeds is a terrifying feeling. Lee pushed the GTR to its absolute limit, hitting 175 miles per hour through the Riverdale runway tunnel. At those speeds, one wrong move and it would take the EMS crew the rest of the night to pick your parts up off the asphalt.
There's not. They get further and further apart.
All right, right shoulder. He almost losing it in the curves. Still right shoulder, coming up the flat shoals. Atlanta, my car's giving up on me. It's dying. He's coming up to the Union City exit. Definitely gonna lose him as fast as he's going.
Just as the pursuit reached its peak, Matthews' patrol car suffered a flat tire, forcing the legendary trooper to finally back down. But Ellie's luck ran out just miles later when he slammed into a raised median, disabling his supercar. He tried to act casual by walking into a gas station with two buddies, but Union City police were already waiting. When Matthews finally arrived, he found Lee smelling like a Buckhead bar with bloodshot eyes. He traded his Godzilla for a seat in the Clayton County Jail, facing 1 to 5 years for felony fleeing and DUI. On April 14, 2024, a GSP trooper spotted an orange Scat Pack with black racing stripes tearing down the interstate and moved in for a standard stop. Surprisingly, the driver actually pulled over. For a brief second, it looked like a normal interaction was about to happen, but then the driver must have remembered the unwritten law of the land. Apparently, if you own a Charger in Georgia or Arkansas, it's a legal requirement to lead the police on a life-altering chase. The suspect buried the needle and chase was on.
10-4-7.
1080 Atlanta, 1080.
Atlanta. Stand by. You got a trooper to check. Go ahead, 1-4.
$100 is going to be in front of me. We're going to be 150 westbound coming up.
We're clean westbound coming up to the connector.
Taking Windsor.
The next few minutes were a disaster for the local units. The Scat Pack absolutely embarrassed 4 different GSP units, weaving through traffic with so much speed that the troopers were forced to terminate the pursuit and let him vanish. With the suspect gone, GSP was left with no other choice and summoned the final boss of the interstate, the legendary Trooper Matthews. Matthews caught the orange blur cruising near Lee Street trying to play it cool and moved in immediately to close the show before the suspect could even gear down. final pit maneuver was a masterpiece of aggressive physics, sending the Scat Pack into a violent 720-degree spin cycle before it hammered into the concrete median. With the driver's side pinned shut, Edward Turner began a frantic scramble across the center console, desperately trying to force open the passenger door as troopers converged to smash the glass. After a forced extraction, a search of the wreck revealed exactly why he was so desperate to hide his hands. A stolen 9mm was sitting in the console, and a black rifle with an extended mag was tucked in the trunk. This is how Edward Turner was introduced to the legendary Trooper Matthews, losing his Charger and facing a potential 10 years for theft by receiving and fleeing to elude. On December 21st, 2023, Trooper Austin Matthews clocked a black Infiniti at 102 miles per hour in a 60 on Interstate 20 near Maynard Terrace. Matthews tried to stop it near the Boulevard exit, but the driver refused, took the Capitol Avenue exit, and ran a red light to kick off the chase. Rocket science logic, this guy had warrants, so he decided to speed while drunk.
1080, Atlanta, 1080. Southbound, Hank Air.
10-3,
Back on 20 east. Back on 20 east. 20 east. Check that tag. Let me know it's 1090.
The Infiniti pushed 150 miles per hour, weaving traffic and cutting lanes at speed. Matthews stayed calm and glued the entire time. His driving skills were 10 out of 10, but his pit maneuvers are a piece of art, and the driver was about to find that out very soon. Pit on the ramp.
Clear, pit on the ramp.
On the Glenwood Avenue exit ramp, Matthews delivered a high-speed pit, clean and controlled, spinning the Infiniti into the grassy median. When the driver still tried to move, Matthews made intentional contact to fully disable the car.
Roll it down! Roll it down! You run, I'll shoot your ass! Come here! Keep both your hands up! Hey, get your fucking hands up! Stupid! Come here, lay down! Lay down!
The driver, Charles Hopkins, was arrested, showing signs of impairment, admitting to drinking and refusing a blood test. With charges like fleeing and eluding, often 1 to 5 years if filed as a felony, plus DUI-related penalties that can add more time depending on prior history, this wasn't just a traffic stop gone wrong. It was serious consequences. It was later confirmed he had an outstanding warrant for child sex crimes out of College Park PD.
It's on our road. Just drive. I got you. All right. Well, he's a lot fast. Do me a favor, slow down. We're fast now. Let me go after him.
On May 13th, 2023, legendary GSP trooper Austin Matthews was wrapping up a stop on Interstate 85 South near North Druid Hills when a dark sport bike ripped past him and kept building speed. Matthews jumped in, caught him as he exited onto State Route 400 North, hit the lights, and the rider looked back, made an improper pass, and chose chaos.
Check aviation for me on trip 6. If anybody's northbound Atlantic, will come and see. Aviation bound. Alright, coming up on Lennox. Left lane, left lane. Lennox.
go back 400 south and jump the curve. You almost 1050 came off the bike. I think the tag's G361 or 36I maybe. Going back 400 south.
A Suzuki GSX-R is a seriously fast machine. When you push it to the limit in heavy traffic, it's almost impossible to catch. But not with Trooper Matthews behind you. The bike was pushing around 145 miles per hour, and Matthews stayed locked in. He's never lost a single biker in his career.
Making its way over the number two lane. Where is this number 2 lane? Moving all the way over to the right, I believe. They might be trying to take Moore's Mill. Yep, taking Moore's Mill. Get the fuck up! Roll over! Hands behind your back!
It all ended on the Moores Mill Road exit ramp. The rider hit a right-hand curve too fast, ran wide, lost control, and overturned, getting thrown into the grassy median before sitting up with his hands in the air. Once the helmet came off, Matthews smelled alcohol, bloodshot eyes, and the rider admitted drinking at Formula Drift. He was charged with DUI, felony fleeing, reckless driving, and refused implied consent. After treatment at Grady Trauma Center, the GSX-R was impounded, and he's now looking at up to 5 to 10 years in prison if the charges stick. In Atlanta, a drug dealer on a sport bike decided he would test a GSP trooper instead of pulling over. The trooper behind him was Trooper Matthews, the last person you want to challenge if you plan on escaping. The moment he refused to stop, the chase lit up across the city.
Northbound Moreland, coming up to Ormwood. It's a red motorcycle, unreadable 28.
Northbound Moreland, red motorcycle, unreadable 1028.
Coming up past Ormwood, coming up to I-20. Single male rider, appears to be dressed in all black. Coming up Glenwood, on the brakes, right turn Glenwood.
Right turn Glenwood.
He's on the sidewalk, attempt to channelize. He's reckless. We're coming up to red light right here at Glenwood.
The biker tore through red lights and stop signs like he was trying to outrun the whole city. And you can hear Matthews lock in on the radio, calling out every street, every speed, every reckless move with calm precision. That was real experience, chasing pure chaos. And the rider had no clue his luck was seconds from collapsing.
Looks like he's having trouble with the bike. Keeps backfiring on him. He can't get the gears right. Coming up to a stop sign. I'll let you know what intersection this is. Give me 1 second. Oh, 1050, bad 1050.
All right, get on the ground. You're going to get dog bit. Come here.
The chase ended when the biker tried to slip past a Kia SUV on the right side. The Kia drifted right, clipped him, and the bike exploded into a crash that sent him sliding across the pavement. Troopers found weed and meth in his backpack, stacking up the charges. I am not sure if the Kia driver made a mistake or if it was intentional. What do you think? Camaro drivers can be cocky, but this one was way too arrogant. On June 24th, 2023, a Chevy Camaro blew past Trooper Austin Matthews and immediately started jumping lanes and riding cars like consequences didn't exist. Matthews lit him up to stop, and the driver's ego answered first, smashing the gas and turning it into a chase.
Unit 795 and 1080, connector north and 17.
Coming up on the split.
10-4 coming up on split.
He's staying 85 north,
Clear 85 north.
bad 1050. Multiple vehicles at, stand by.
Camaro pushed 145 miles per hour, weaving through traffic and stacking reckless lane changes. Then the arrogance peaked. He tried squeezing between two vehicles at high speed, clipped both, lost control, and slid hard into the concrete median wall. No pit needed. Pressure alone ended it.
Atlanta, get on the fucking ground right now! You too! Get out, let me see both your hands! Both your fucking hands now!
Matthews rolled up and ran a felony stop, securing both occupants in cuffs. The driver, Avion Summers, tried to ditch suspected marijuana during the stop and showed signs consistent with impairment, so a blood draw was taken at the jail. And here's the wild part. After all that chaos, a major crash, and multiple felony-level charges, Summers still got away with just 1 year probation. On July 2nd, 2023, Trooper Matthews spotted a blue Dodge Challenger Scat Pack on Peachtree Road, already reported stolen by Atlanta police earlier that night. Criminals clearly have good taste because they always seem to go for Dodge Challengers. The driver turned onto West Wesley Road and immediately floored it, kicking off the pursuit.
All right, we're coming up the north side, we are passing north side. He's losing it. Stand by. All right, he got it back. Still on West Wesley. Still on West Wesley. Did you carry up there? Be careful. We're good. Coming up to the interstate here in a second, Atlanta. Coming up to a light right here. Actually, it's the stop sign. The stop sign is clear. Nobody's there. We are safe. All right, both of us just went off-road for a minute, but we're good. Got it back. We're continuing. Stand by for a pit. They might be bailing. Passenger just came out at a high rate of speed.
The Challenger tore through West Wesley Road and headed south on Moores Mill Road. As the car accelerated through an intersection, a passenger jumped out at high speed, hitting the pavement while the driver kept his foot down.
Still on South Atlanta Road now, South Atlanta Road. Passing Plant Atkinson. Hit attempt, no good. He's lost a wheel. Hit attempt.
The Challenger pushed close to 130 miles per hour, but Trooper Matthews stayed locked on its tail the entire way.
Stand by. He keeps trying to turn, he can't do it. So we're staying on Atlanta Road. So now we're northbound on Atlanta Road. Whoever get here as quick as you can and try to take over. I don't know if my car is going to make it. Another pit attempt, spinning out. Now he's got it back. It's gonna be bailing Atlanta.
After the second pit attempt on Atlanta Road, the car finally slammed to a stop. 3 suspects bailed and scattered, jumping fences and vanishing into backyards near Westwood Road. Search but came up empty. The car was packed with stolen property, firearms, and illegal narcotics, and the investigation remains ongoing to identify the suspects. On March 11, 2023, Trooper Matthews spotted a Dodge Charger and a Tesla racing on Interstate 20 at insane speeds, pushing 150 miles per hour and weaving traffic side by side. The Charger bailed off an exit, but the Tesla tried to get clever, cutting across the gore and jumping back onto the interstate to run from Matthews.
7101, RYE 7101. Might be going connector northbound.
I'll follow it. Stay in one southbound.
The Tesla kept fleeing, driving reckless and nearly causing multiple crashes as it headed onto the Interstate 75. While the Tesla was fleeing and saving the planet at the same time, Trooper Matthews' V8 Charger was destroying the ecosystem and slowly destroying the suspect's getaway dream. Trooper Matthews ended it with a pit. The Tesla spun, slid backward, clipped Matthews' patrol car, then slammed into the concrete wall and stopped in the center lanes. Matthews bumped the front to prevent any more fleeing, pulled out the driver, Joseph Smith, and cuffed him while the other occupants were secured.
Get out! Get on the ground! Out of the car! Stay right there, don't move! Do not move, do you understand?
Smith smelled of alcohol, agreed to a blood test, and was taken to Grady. With felony fleeing, 1 to 5 years, plus DUI consequences, that quiet and eco-friendly escape ended loud. Our viewers know the stats. Sport bike plus heavy traffic usually equals escape, but not when Trooper Matthews is on shift. On August 23, 2023, he spotted a group of 6 to 8 sport bikes racing on GA 316 near Sugarloaf Parkway. Most tried to blend in or disappear, but one black Suzuki with a Tennessee plate kept running, and Matthews locked onto him.
Approaching Hurricane Shoals.
Another U-turn, Atlanta.
10-4, U-turn, Great West Bound Blue.
Just get off, man!
All right, try to channel him again. We're still going. Direction again.
10-4, approaching Griffin Street.
316 back westbound towards 85. 316 back westbound towards 85.
10-4, 316 westbound.
It had to be terrifying. Pushing a sport bike to 165 miles per hour, dodging cars, slicing gaps, blowing red lights, risking everything, and some crazy trooper still stayed about 50 feet behind. The rider was gambling with speed, but Matthews was dominating the road that night.
Making his way all the way over to the right, might take the exit. Nope.
Hey, what kind of vehicle is it?
10-4, one motorcycle remaining.
Coming up on Jimmy Carter.
Approaching Jimmy Carter.
All right, he acted like he wanted to take Jimmy Carter, did not take it, so we're still 85 south, 85 south. Coming up to Chamblee Tucker. King 88744 K88 744 is the tag, Atlanta. I'm close enough to read it. He's just got more acceleration than I do. Shallowford Road. We're passing up Chamblee Tucker.
Taking North Druid.
Taking left on North Druid. Left up on North Druid.
Other GSP units boxed the rider in and forced the Suzuki off its line into a ditch. The rider, Muhammad Diarsha, still fought the arrest, hiding his hands and refusing commands until troopers got him under control and cuffed. Eluding reckless driving and obstruction, he could be looking at 1 to 5 years if it's filed as a felony level case. And that's the part every biker hates. At the end of the night, speed wasn't enough. Troopers' skills was. Later that night, a group of wannabe gangsters stole about $100 worth of alcohol and energy drinks, then jumped into a Hellcat worth around $80,000 to get away. Stealing pocket change items in a car like that makes 0 sense. GSP Trooper Matthews spotted them on the interstate, hit the lights, and that bad decision instantly turned into a chase.
All the way over to the right, coming up to 75.
Okay, 310, 37, 1080. What's your planning?
Stay in connector south, stay in connector south. Yep, stay in connector south. Making his way all the way over to the right again. Still stay in connector south. Passing up North Ave.
The driver pushed the Hellcat to around 150 miles per hour, thinking speed would solve everything. But they had no luck, because behind them was GSP Trooper Matthews, a trooper known for one thing, never losing a suspect in his career.
Just threw out a large bag of what appeared to be cocaine, white powder, center lane. Spinning out, spinning out, spinning out. Stand by. Pit, pit, pit.
Get out! Let me see everybody's fucking hands! Nobody move! Get your hands up! Get your door shut, get your fucking hands up! Get your hands up!
Trying to go again, Atlanta. Ramming him. Stand by. He's trying to go the wrong way. He's trying to go the wrong way. We're taking Williams Street going up the wrong way on Williams. Spinning out again. Stand by.
795, I'm taking the secondary.
Trooper Matthews ended it with one clean pit, destroying the Hellcat and the escape plan in the same move. All suspects were arrested and charged with theft, while the driver picked up felony fleeing and more. When Matthews locks in, no one gets away. On October 28, 2022, Mockingbird Road had a reputation, and so did the bike. Residents kept calling about a black sport bike ripping through the area like it owned the street. Trooper Austin Matthews set up and waited. Right on schedule, a loud bike showed up, rode another car's bumper, then blasted past it in a no-passing zone. The moment Matthews hit the lights, the rider answered with throttle.
Turn into Mount Tabor. Going to turn into Mount Tabor Road.
Mount Tabor Road.
All right, I believe we passed up Mount Tabor. I don't know the name of this road right here. Stand by. U-turn, U-turn. Going back southbound. All right, he's signaling. He's going to stop. Stand by.
We're still signaling stop.
Get off of it! Get off! Get on the ground!
The pressure finally broke him. The biker gave up and stopped on the shoulder after another clean channelization. The rider was Brandon Ballew, sweating heavily, showing signs consistent with drug impairment, and refusing a blood test. He even told Matthews it was illegal to chase him at that speed, apparently something he'd learned on Google.
Man, you crazy riding like that. What's wrong with you?
Y'all ain't supposed to chase me under 100 miles an hour. That's against the law. I seen it.
You know who you messing with?
I seen it.
Look at this, right? You know who you messing with?
You can't chase me over 100.
Yes,
still.
I can.
Okay, we'll see.
Okay.
I'll see in court.
What law is it, man?
It's on the computer on the Google. Georgia state law.
No, bud, you misinformed.
Records showed a suspended license and multiple active probation warrants. Between fleeing and DUI drugs, he could be looking at 1 to 5 years if charged at felony level. Every day, Trooper Matthews eats sport bikes and muscle cars for breakfast, and this guy thought a Ford Fusion was going to be his escape car. On March 7th, 2024, GSP Crime Suppression and Atlanta PD were hunting a Fusion tied to a vehicle theft. The moment troopers moved in to stop it, Juwan Jackson punched it and turned it into a chase.
Dog's with you, dog's with you. He's got a blank around. Give a second. Probably gonna go that. I'm here. Alright, where's 1080?
No, all units hold 10-3, 10-33, unit 795, 1080, 20 eastbound, okay, White Ford Fusion, 1095, which is day 20.
Right on the Virgin.
Jackson blasted through a residential area, ignored traffic controls, passed cars on the wrong side, and nearly caused a crash jumping onto Interstate 20. The risk was climbing fast.
Clear 20, 1 on I-20.
Get on eastbound to 20, eastbound to 20.
Clear eastbound to 20. Clear on pit.
Another pit.
Baylor! Baylor!
Matthews struck first. A pit sent the Fusion into the guardrail, but the driver recovered and kept fleeing. Seconds later, a second pit forced the car back into the guardrail and brought it to a stop. Jackson ran, was chased, tased, and arrested. With felony fleeing and eluding, 1 to 5 years, reckless driving, obstruction, driving on a suspended license, and active warrants, this chase came with serious prison time on the table.